Thousands of years ago, the mighty Nile River flooded its banks every year, bringing fertile soil and life to the surrounding desert. Along its shores, the first farming communities began to appear. People settled near the river, growing crops and building simple homes. Over time, these settlements expanded and developed into small kingdoms. Their wealth and influence grew as the Nile continued to support their people. Eventually, two powerful lands emerged: Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. Both sought control over the fertile Nile Valley. Then, around 3100 BC, Pharaoh Narmer united the two kingdoms under a single ruler. From this historic moment, one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world was born. As the centuries passed, the first pharaohs strengthened their authority over a united Egypt and built a powerful state. Fed by the waters of the Nile, Egypt grew wealthy and prosperous. Trade expanded, harvests were abundant, and cities flourished along the river. With growing wealth came great ambition. Architects and craftsmen began creating monumental stone structures unlike anything seen before. Around 2670 BC, Pharaoh Djoser commissioned the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the first Great Pyramid in history. In the centuries that followed, the Great Pyramids of Giza rose above the desert, becoming symbols of Egypt's power and achievement. Beside them stood the Great Sphinx, a monument that would become one of the most famous symbols of ancient Egypt. The Nile continued to provide Egypt with wealth and stability, supporting growing cities, fertile farmlands, and a thriving population. Across the kingdom, magnificent temples and sacred sanctuaries rose toward the sky, honoring the gods and demonstrating the power of the pharaohs. At the same time, writing, science, and administration advanced. Scribes recorded knowledge and helped govern the expanding state. Egypt also extended its influence far beyond the Nile Valley, through diplomacy, trade, and cultural exchange with neighboring lands. Among its most remarkable rulers was Queen Hatshepsut, who brought stability and prosperity to Egypt. Trade flourished as Egyptian merchants exchanged goods with distant peoples. During the reign of Ramesses II, Egypt reached the height of its power. Ancient Egypt had become one of the greatest civilizations of its time, leaving a legacy that would endure for thousands of years. After the age of the great pharaohs, the power of Egypt gradually began to weaken. The country faced invasions, internal conflicts, and constant struggles for control. Dynasties rose and fell, while Egypt slowly lost the unity that had once made it so powerful. As the years passed, foreign powers became increasingly involved in Egyptian affairs, influencing the future of the kingdom. In the 6th century BC, Egypt came under the rule of the Persian Empire, marking the end of its independence. Then, in 332 BC, Alexander the Great arrived in Egypt and brought a new chapter to its history. Soon after, the city of Alexandria was founded. It quickly became a major center of knowledge, culture, and trade in the ancient world. Under the rule of the Greek Ptolemaic dynasty, a new era of Egyptian history began, blending Egyptian traditions with Greek influence for centuries to come. Under the rule of the Ptolemies, Egypt remained one of the richest and most powerful states in the Mediterranean world. Alexandria grew rapidly and soon became the largest city in Egypt, attracting merchants, travelers, and scholars from distant lands. The famous Library of Alexandria was established, gathering knowledge from across the ancient world. Scholars, philosophers, and mathematicians came to the city from many countries to study, teach, and conduct research. Through the port of Alexandria flowed goods from Africa, Asia, and Europe, making the city one of the greatest centers of trade in the ancient world. Greek and Egyptian traditions gradually blended together, creating a unique culture unlike any other. For centuries, the Ptolemaic dynasty ruled Egypt, preserving its wealth and influence. But over time, political tensions, rivalries, and struggles for power began to weaken the kingdom, setting the stage for the rise of Egypt's last great ruler, Cleopatra. Cleopatra VII became the ruler of Egypt and one of the most famous women of the ancient world. To strengthen her power, she formed an alliance with Julius Caesar, one of Rome's most influential leaders. With Caesar's support, Cleopatra kept control of the Egyptian throne. After the Caesar's death, she joined forces with Mark Antony, hoping to protect Egypt's future, but their greatest rival became Octavian, the future first emperor of Rome. At the decisive Battle of Actium, the forces of Antony and Cleopatra were defeated. After Cleopatra's death, Egypt lost its independence and became part of the Roman Empire. Although the kingdom of ancient Egypt had fallen, its legacy endured through the centuries. Over time, scholars deciphered Egyptian hieroglyphs, unlocking the secrets of the past and bringing a forgotten civilization back to life. Archaeologists uncovered magnificent tombs, statues, and priceless treasures hidden beneath the sands of Egypt, revealing new chapters of history. Today, millions of people from around the world travel to Egypt to see the monuments of this extraordinary civilization with their own eyes. Egyptian culture continues to influence art, architecture, and science, leaving a lasting mark on human civilization. The story of the pharaohs, the pyramids, and the great discoveries continues to inspire new generations. Ancient Egypt remains one of the most remarkable and unforgettable civilizations in the history of humankind.